YTPC, we got a lot of fathers, you know, in here, and I'd just like to say happy late Father's Day to you. Um, Sometime in July, I have a bit of my life that I would like to, or a portion of my life I'd like to share with you all sometime in July, and everything, and maybe show you some video footage if I possibly can of some things. But I have my own little story to share with everybody as far as the idea or the thought or the almost happening of being a father and everything. And anyhows, with that set aside, you know, happy late Father's Day to everybody. And sorry that I didn't make a happy Father's Day video like I did for Mother's Day, for all the mothers out there for Mother's Day. And I ask that all the fathers out there, if you would, humbly forgive me. And, and everything, but happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there, and especially the women out there, because let's face it, guys, there are some guys out there that just ain't worth their salt or the time of day, where the women had to step up and also take the place of the father figure. So also for you women out there that had to step up and take that role, happy Father's Day to you too. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the moment we've been waiting for. I would really clap my hands, but as of 5 o'clock yesterday morning, I was up digging through some gravel with a pickaxe and a shovel to help bury a dog that belonged to my cousin. And look at the nice little shiner I got right there. Yes, that really hurt. Even ripped some of my callus off right there. And all my, on my traffic finger here, there was a bigger blister on the side there. I didn't stop to think about wearing gloves. I was just worried about trying to get the job done before the heat rose. Then I had to go to work last night as well, because doing this day shift job like I've been doing, it's like I'm all around the clock and nothing's really set. It's crazy. And then the way they do this new scheduling system, sometimes if you want a decent paycheck, you got to give up your day off and volunteer for a shift. As which, I hate to say this, but that really sucks, because that's the way the corporate world works. They don't care about the individual. It's all about how they can make money and better make money. Greed, 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 the one-eyed green monster that's ruling the world. But it's okay, because here in the YTPC, we're fighting that. One tobacco tin at a time. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all know that I made a tribute video and a farewell video to our wonderful and well-missed friend. And that is Corey, the corncob piper, who's now finally sold out of all of his pipes and is now down to his tobaccos. And I cannot remember the name of his new channel, but I am a subscriber to his new channel. So check out his new channel or go to his latest video. He put a link at the bottom of his newest video to his newest channel. Go over to his new channel, show him some love, show him support. I also like to give a quick shout out to a gentleman that I cannot remember the numbers at the end of his title, but if you type in Lee Mack on the YouTube line, header line, Lee Mack, if you are in not only into pipes but also into cigars, Lee Mack is the guy for you. He's a cool guy, an awesome guy. He knows a lot about cigars, and he's down to earth, real, and he talks to you like your family. He's kind of like the exciting version of like Bob Ross with cigars, but more in your face. I tell you what, if I'm having a dull moment, guys, or I think I can't make it through the day without falling asleep, I turn on and listen to this guy. Exciting. Well, anyways, here's that old corncob that corncob piper gifted me. And in it, I am loading another blend that he was so graciously to send me. And that blend is Daughters Cockstrong. And yes, I said it that way because when me and my mom first opened up that package and she saw that, her eyes go about this big. She goes, "Son, I don't know if you want to smoke this stuff or not." She's like, "You're already a young guy and you're raging, you know." But anyways, all these fine blends that he sent me have this beautiful tea smell aroma, and it's like totally out of this world, and I like it. But anyways, I'm gonna open her up and just taking a big whiff of it, and so you guys can see. And also the moisture content in this tobacco is perfect, just right out of the bag of smoke. It smells like a honey tea with a very strong in your nose tea smell. Very, very beautiful blend. It's a beautiful smelling tobacco. I'm going to load my pipe up this way, folks. I'm going to stick her down in there, and I'm going to just kind of rotate her around like that. And when you do that, it kind of puts like a circle formation or a spiral on your pipe. And while it's in the bag here, I'm going to tamp it down a little bit. Just very lightly, I tamp it down. Then I'm going to put her back in the bag and top her off. The reason why I'm doing this is because I really do not have anything to really put tobacco out in to load my pipe on, and sometimes it's kind of hard loading the pipe that way. And what I was using for like a tobacco bowl, just as you all seen my videos, I'm an artist, or at least I attempt to be, and as well as a bit of a crafter. And I needed something to put clean paint thinner in, and I ended up using one of the tops of a tobacco tin. And after I got done using it, I realized I can't put tobacco in this no more. Even if I wash it out, there's always that possibility of a residue. Sorry about that interruption, folks. I forgot I had set an alarm to get up. Anyways, let me draw. You get that tea flavor even in the dry draw, and it's mighty good. I think also I still got like that little filter thing that comes in with it, I don't know where I can get these. If anybody knows where you can buy these or what these type of filters are called, if you could let me know, or give me a link in the description box below if you wouldn't mind. Not description box. I always keep that confused. I like to say comment box section. For some reason I say description box, and that's like for like typing in what your video is all about and everything. Oh, it gets me so confused. Anyways, let's light this bad boy up. It definitely fits its name. It's a pretty strong bulking blend. And the reason why I remember that is because I had to reference back to the bro note to figure out what type of blend this was, or what's classified. It is a pretty strong blend. I would say almost close to normal cigarette tobacco, but it has a quality taste to it that you don't get when you're smoking a cigarette. Very strong Virginia, I think, that's in it. A very strong Virginia. But also feels like I think there might be a little bit of some cigar leaf wrap in it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm also sipping on some good old fashioned Folgers with a little brown sugar and a little bit of milk because I ran out of my half and half. Yep, definitely could tell there's some Virginia in there as well as cigar leaf because I just made one big mistake. I took a bit of a bigger hit and tried to retrohale and it kind of burnt the nose a little. So it is a good Virginia. I don't think I personally could smoke this every day, but once in a while, like if I'm wanting to change it up a little bit, I think I could do this. Also got a tiny little bit of a peppery taste. Well, I wouldn't say like a peppery taste, but like that. It leaves like that subtle taste on your tongue. That's almost like a peppery taste, but it's not quite a peppery taste. So I don't know if there's any of that stuff like the Latakia in it and stuff. But for all you well-seasoned tobacco reviewers out there and well-seasoned pipers, y'all probably already know what's in this and probably getting a good laugh out of me. I gotta laugh at myself. I do think I may have made a mistake when I was tamping it down with my finger. I think I may have made a tiny little mistake and may have accidentally tamped it down too far. This will happen to anybody that's a new piper out there. This happens even to some of us that are even semi-immediate experienced. And lightly. Always try to keep me personally, I don't know what it is, if it's an OCD thing or what, but every time I loosen my tobacco up, I always at least got to be sure the middle part is a little bit tamped down, but not quite as much as it is at first. Oh, much better. Well, that actually kind of changed the smoke a little bit too. Maybe I just had it packed a little too tight, and that's why it kind of came on strong that way. That sometimes that can happen too. I've learned in my own personal experience. Sometimes even the way you pack your pipe can also change the flavor of it because on kind of you having to, you know, make more of a vortex. It creates more of a hotter ember in there, and it might scorch the tobacco because you're having to draw harder. But it has more of a lighter taste now. I still get like a cigar like smoke from it with a bit of a peppery taste on the tip. Not on my whole tongue, but just on the very tip of my tongue. A lot of people don't realize this, but The tip of your tongue, the taste buds on the tip of your tongue tells you if something is going to be spicy or zesty. And I say this has like a zesty taste to it more than a peppery taste. It's like, you know, a zesty is how I'd put it. I think this would be a mighty fine tobacco to smoke after eating some grilled meat. Or some smoked meat. Or a good hearty soup or something. I think it'd be a good blend to smoke after that. Get the campfire feel from it. It's mighty good, mighty good. Have a long work week this week. I would have had Friday off, but I decided I needed the hours just to survive, so I took and volunteered to work on a Friday. Now I ain't got no days off till later on next week, but that's okay. And I got the 4th and the 5th off in July, as which is pretty rocking because spend some time with the family. I tell you what though, I didn't think I would get the 4th off at work. Because I mean, you know, everybody be in Walmart buying grilling supply, everything else, you know. I'm shocked that I got the day off. I really am shocked. There's something I said I was going to do a while back, and I just want you all to know I'm still going to do it. And I'm going to keep my word on it. Eventually, I'm going to go through everybody that I sub to, and I'm going to just give a big shout out of names. Just give everybody a shout out. I also like to give a little shout out to Ghost Cobb. He always does this thing called 5-5 Friday and everything, and he's a big supporter of veterans and everything, and stuff that has to do with veteran products and products made by veterans and made here in the USA. I still don't know what I got going on, what I'm doing wrong. I still can't seem to keep this lit. Unless it's just that it's burning up a little bit faster and I ain't keeping it tamped down. Maybe that's my problem with this blend. I do got quite a big ash bed right there. I know you're probably thinking, well, you're going on, you're 19 minutes or something. Well, it's because I just want you guys to really fully experience this with me. I'd like to know if you've ever smoked this blend, what your experiences are with it, and what you could teach me on smoking it. I also like to give a hey, Derek Pipe Cigars, what's up? You too. Thank you for coming along with me on this afternoon. But I was saying, oh yeah, if anybody's ever smoked this blend before, let me know your experiences and everything and how you feel about it. I'd like to give a shout out to my man, Mr. Pipe Cat. If you ain't never seen his channel, check out his channel. He has this cool project going on called Front Porch Plantation or Back Porch Plantation. I can't remember which. But check it out, man. He's growing some awesome tobacco plants. Check it out. It's cool. I also like to say, if anybody ain't never followed a man named Rune Dog, look up his channel. You won't be disappointed. He's one of the first few elders that had decided to follow my channel, along with Pipe Cat, and then there's quite a few other elders out there. That's nothing too. For all the, when I do my big shout out list, I'm going to put all the elders that had subbed to my channel first, out of respect. Because you got to respect your elders. And I tell you what, sometimes I need a mirror when it comes to saying that, because sometimes I forget the environment I'm in sometimes, and sometimes I don't mean to do it intentionally, but sometimes things slip out of the mouth or roll off the tongue and I don't realize it's disrespectful. Or I realize later on it may have been disrespectful, but it may have been too late to apologize. But, you know, I try to respect my elders. That's the way I was raised, and that's how I try to be. But I have qualifications that makes a person an elder. You can be old and not be an elder in my book. And that's just how it is. And people might say to me, well, what do you classify an elder? My idea of an elder is somebody that you would want your children to look up to follow their example, to walk the same path they walked in life, to have a better life and to live a good life. To me, an elder does all these things, represents all these things, and in the Native American world, these people are the ones that we call the warriors to look up to. And that's, in my opinion, what an elder really is. Now, you can be old, don't make you an elder, just means you're someone that's old. There's a neutral respect, but just because you're old don't mean you're an elder. I have standards for what an elder is, and I won't drop my standards on that for nothing. Now, some people may disagree with me. Hey, that's cool, because in this world, especially in this country, we are allowed to have our own opinions and beliefs. And thank God for that, and thank God for the men and women that make that sacrifice, and thank God, and may God bless the families of those who make the ultimate sacrifice to protect those rights. I'm not much of a patriotic person, mostly because I don't like government. I love my country, and I do show respect to those that lay down their lives to protect our rights that we have in this country, and to those that do take time out of their personal life and their personal time to protect and serve those rights. And I'm also talking about, also in that category, also police officers. I ain't got much to say about too many police officers, but just like everything else in the world, you got good and you got bad. Sometimes one bad apple can ruin the whole bunch, but not always. Now, there's this thing I see floating around on the Facebook, you know, and I made a smart aleck comment, only of, you know, just to be a goofball, you know. And some people got my humor and some people didn't. But there's this thing floating around on Facebook saying, would you help an officer in distress? Well, I decided to be a bit of a smart aleck, you know, and I thought the person that made the post, since they was my friend on Facebook, would understand my comment. And my comment was, well, in the first place, I wouldn't help them out. Just know better than to get themselves in that situation in the first place. And I was just joking about that, you know. But somebody really got butt hurt over it. And I'm sitting there thinking, for Pete's sakes, you know. And then so I PM'd the person and explained myself. And I told them if they wanted to, go ahead and erase my comment. Well, my comment's still there. So apparently they wasn't totally offended by it after I explained my humor. And also at the same time, folks, if I've ever said anything that may have came out the wrong way, I do apologize. I don't mean to hurt. I don't want to offend nobody. But at the same time, too, there's also people out there that just need to grow a set, if you know what I mean. And I try to keep my stuff family friendly. I want my channel to be that type of channel that mothers and fathers wouldn't mind their children watching. Granted, I do have maybe a small few videos where I may have slipped out a word or two, or that I may have called somebody out, as which I think there's only maybe one or two of those, and but that's okay because I don't tolerate bullying. I don't tolerate trolling. It's to me, it's just absurdness and immaturity. Now, granted, too, on one thing I did say about somebody one time, a friend on the side, who, I think you shouldn't have really said that. That kind of makes you look kind of hypocritical. Well, I apologized to him and I explained what I meant, and it had to do with when I announced my 100 sub thing, my 100 subscribers, and giving thanks, and I mentioned somebody's name in the video, but what I meant was trying to show is even though I was trying to turn a negative into a positive, but it got taken totally the wrong way in the way I did it. And in some ways, I feel bad about it. But I explained to them, I was like, well, there's always that next 100 thing, that next 100 subscriber thing that will come around. And I said, provided that there is no trolling coming from him or from the person, I said, I will give him a great shout out. But I said I was just thanking everybody for what they did contribute, and what they contributed was trolling. So I was giving them a recognition, trying to turn that negative into a positive. But this person has their good side and their bad side, and I know I don't know this person personally, but I know the person connected to them very personally, and that's my dear sweet friend. And anytime I say my dear sweet friend, I'm always referring to just this one person that I met down in old Kentucky, who is she's a sweetheart, she's a prayer warrior, and there's even been a few times she's even had to put me in line. And she's not afraid of it neither. She's an older woman that's been around this world long enough to know that she ain't putting up with nobody's crap, and even if she has to call a young guy out like me on it, she will. But I'm thankful for those that do that too, because it's people like that. And she's an elder too. I consider her to be an elder. She tries to walk the line, I think this is a tobacco that needs to be tended to. I think that's what my problem is. Yep, that definitely is the problem. You just can't constantly be talking with this chooching on this. I tell you what, if you ain't never seen Old Berg or watched Old Berg, I recommend checking out Old Berg. That guy, man, he can, I don't know what, it don't matter what blend that guy lights up. He can be talking and still be talking for like 20 minutes or so, and his pipe is still chooching. It's a very good blend. It is strong though, just like the name says. It's two Daughters Cockstrong. Tell you what, I like this stem. I don't know why the amber stems just always caught my eye. Even when I was a kid, the amber stems caught my eye. Sounds like a great blend. It is. If it wasn't for Corey the Corncob Piper, who, like I said, is taking a bow out of the YTPC, but if you go check out his channel, his Still Corncob Piper channel, his newest video that he put out has the link to his newest channel, as which, in my opinion, he's still a member of the YTPC. Just due to health reasons, he can no longer participate in the YTPC, and I just feel that he still needs a lot of our love and support for his new channel. And His new channel is a mixture of gardening and cooking. Hey, I like to garden when I had a garden, and I love to cook. So I say check out his channel, give him some love and support. But if it hadn't been for him sending me this sample, you know, it's, I would have never had the experience of any bulking blends or anything of that nature. Now, if you check out one of my Yabo videos, you'll see the Yabo video of when I received this in the mail and everything, and the excitement on my mother's face. And I don't know if you've checked out anything else on my channel, but I got a little series called Ma and Me videos, and where it just features my mother being the star, and I'm just kind of like the goofy co-host. And there's also a few videos I have that features me and my cousin, and my mother. And those videos are very interesting too, if you just want to watch something just to laugh a little bit, as well as touch on some real serious subject. I tell you what, I think we got, me, my cousin, and my mother, we kind of, when we get together and we do a video together, I think we got something that the Fox Network would want to pick up on. I think we're better than Hawk. I think I'm spent on this, I think I finally made it down to the end of the bowl. Sounds good, I'll check it out. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. I have trouble reading the small print of what the title of your channel name. Could you, in big letters, just type in your channel name real quick and pop it up on the conversation thing? Because I really like to be able to read what the name of your channel is, if you don't mind. If you would, please. I think you're the first person in a good long while that's joined me on a live feed. I never can seem to catch the right time when people got, have the time to catch on here. Sometimes I talk to people I ain't talked to in a while on here. I am officially down to the bottom, and I've spent, but it was a good, awesome blend. I recommend it if you ain't never tried it. Alright, everybody, if you get a chance, check out Derek's Pipe and Cigars. Check him out, everybody. If you ain't, check him out anyways, because I said so. Thank you for joining me, Derek's Pipe Cigars, and to everybody out there in the YTBC, thank you all for all your love, support, and also too, I like to say thank you to everybody that's still praying for Mama and her health issues she had going on, and for the recovery of the heart surgery. I did have house party, but I couldn't figure out how to use it, and then for some reason my phone wouldn't let me download Voxer. So the only thing I use in this whole thing is I use Facebook. That's what you can find me on Facebook, and my Facebook has nothing to do with the channel, even though I tried to put a fan page up on my Facebook, but it really wasn't happening. But you can find me on Facebook under Alexandria Cartman, and Alexandria is in Alexandria, Kentucky, because that's where I live down there, and Cartman, but combined into one word, because that's what I've done down there, was I push carts at a Walmart. And you can find me on Twitter, however it's pronounced, under Sunarrow86, as I think is what I put myself under on Twitter. I can't quite remember quote unquote. And other than that, I use YouTube. YouTube is my main outlet source, but I will give a warning. My Facebook is not always family friendly. I have things on there that some people might be offended of. So if you're easily offended, if you do not understand a whole lot of humor, whether it's rude, crude, truck driver, biker humor, or any of that nature, or anything, then do not follow me on Facebook. But if you are open-minded a little bit, got a sense of humor, and can understand things, then by all means, you're more than welcome to follow me. Take that risk. My friend, my good friend, my sweet dear friend follows me on there, and she gets my humor. So, and like I said, she calls me out. You know, so if you like to take that risk and follow me on Facebook, awesome. But and on Twitter, you can find me on Twitter. You can find me there. Shoot me a message there if you like. But mostly, I you know, my main thing is YouTube, and it's been the best thing that ever come in my life. It's one of my things I use for curing my depression naturally, because I do not believe in medicating depression. I think it's just absurd. I mean, for some people it helps, but for me personally, it's not the treatment for me. Doing things naturally and dealing with my depression naturally is the best thing for me, and YouTube has been a big part of that factor. And to all the fans out there, I just like to say thank you for hitting like, share, and subscribe. Okay, sounds good, LL. We will see you soon, brother. Alright, see you soon. Thank you. And I like to say to all those new fans, all the old fans, thank you all for taking time out of your life, in your busy life, and taking the time to spend a little bit of time with me, because time is so precious and we're only given a certain amount of time. And I just like to say thank you for sharing a little bit of your time with me. And wherever you're at in this world, may you all be blessed. And also thank you for all the lurkers. Thank you for all the future fans. And thank you all for hitting like, share, and subscribe. And wherever you're at in this world, may you be blessed. Until next time, thank you.